Hey there, and welcome to the channel. If you're an HVAC student, a homeowner, or just someone who wants to understand how their AC system works, today's video is just for you. We're going to break down one of the most important tools in the HVAC world, the manifold gauge set. By the end of this video, you'll learn what a manifold gauge set is, how it works, how to read refrigerant pressure, how to add refrigerant safely, and some pro tips that most beginners overlook. Let's get started. What is a manifold gauge set? A manifold gauge is a tool that lets you see inside the AC system. Not literally, but in terms of pressure and refrigerant levels. It's like a stethoscope for HVAC. Here's what a standard set includes. 2 gauges, blue for low pressure, suction side, red for high pressure, discharge side. 3 hoses. Blue hose connects to the low pressure port. Red hose connects to the high pressure port. Yellow hose, used for charging, recovery, or vacuuming. Valves, one under each gauge, used to open or close refrigerant flow. Manifold block, the center body where everything connects and refrigerant is directed. Some gauges also have a sight glass, a small transparent window where you can see refrigerant moving. Note, not all systems use the same type of refrigerant. Before using a gauge, make sure it's compatible with your system, like R22 or R10410A. Understanding the system before you connect. Before we even connect the manifold, it's important to understand the basic parts of the AC unit. The suction line, low pressure side, is the thicker, cold pipe. The discharge line, high pressure side, is the thinner, warm pipe. The refrigerant moves through the system in a closed loop. Pressure and temperature constantly change depending on the part of the cycle. Your manifold gauge lets you tap into the system and measure these pressure points. How to use a manifold gauge, step by step. Let's go step by step through the most common use case, checking refrigerant pressure on a working AC system. Step 1. Turn on the AC system. Let the AC run for about 5 to 10 minutes. You want it operating under load, not just idling. Step 2. Connect the blue hose, connected to the low pressure port, cold pipe, on your outdoor unit. Do not open the valve yet. Step 3. Check the pressure. Look at the blue gauge. It should show you the pressure in PSI as well as the corresponding saturation temperature for your refrigerant type. For R22, a normal pressure is around 60 to 70 psi when running. Under 60 means your refrigerant level might be low. Over 75 to 80 could mean overcharging or a restriction in the system. Pro tip: never take readings when the system is off. If you do, the pressures on both sides will equalize and give you false information, usually around 150 psi. Adding refrigerant, the safe way. Now, if your gauge shows a low reading, and you're confident the system needs refrigerant, here's what to do. Step 1. Connect the yellow hose to your R22 refrigerant tank. Step 2. Purge the line. Open the blue valve slightly to let refrigerant push air out of the yellow hose. You'll hear a hiss, that's okay, then close it. Step 3. Open the refrigerant tank. Let the refrigerant flow toward the manifold. Step 4. Slowly open the blue valve. Refrigerant will flow into the low pressure port. Watch the pressure rise. Step 5. Stop at 65 to 70 psi. That's your target. Don't go over. Close the valve, shut off the tank, and disconnect. Important: always charge refrigerant in gas form into the low side unless instructed otherwise. And always wear safety goggles and gloves. Why pressure matters. You might be wondering, why does this number matter? Well, here's a simple breakdown. If the pressure is too low, the system might freeze up. Ice can form on the evaporator coils. If the pressure is too high, it can cause overheating or even damage the compressor. Each pressure reading corresponds to a temperature. For example, 60 psi on R22 equals roughly 1 degree Celsius, which is just above freezing. That's ideal. If you drop below 60, refrigerant could freeze in the coil and clog the system. So reading your pressure is not just about checking refrigerant, it's about protecting the entire system. Here are a few pro tips most beginners don't hear about. Check airflow first. A dirty filter or weak blower can mimic low refrigerant symptoms. Always check airflow before topping off refrigerant. Use the right gauge scale. Some manifolds are marked in Celsius, others in Fahrenheit. Make sure you're reading the correct one and match it with your refrigerant type. High side reading? Be careful. You don't always need to use the red high side hose, especially for basic checks. Disconnecting it can waste refrigerant and even freeze your hand due to rapid depressurization. Check in summer, not winter. Testing pressures in cold weather can give you inaccurate results. Always test during warm ambient temperatures, preferably above 70 degrees Fahrenheit or 21 degrees Celsius. Track your results. Write down your pressure and ambient temperature each year. It helps you spot patterns and detect early signs of problems. So to recap, a manifold gauge set is a powerful tool to monitor and maintain HVAC systems. You use the blue side for low-pressure readings and refrigerant charging. The yellow hose connects to your service equipment, refrigerant tanks or vacuum pumps. Always check your system when it's running, and always aim for a pressure reading that matches your refrigerant type and outdoor temperature. And remember, sometimes the issue isn't refrigerant at all, but poor airflow or dirty filters. If you follow these steps carefully, you'll get accurate readings, protect your system, and save money in the long run. Thanks so much for watching. If you learned something today, hit that like button, subscribe for more HVAC tutorials, and let me know in the comments what topic you want me to cover next. Until then, stay cool, and I'll see you in the next video.